Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna be real with you. I just got off work and I still made some time to come out here and talk to y'all. And because of that, I'm gonna explain basically what I feel like I picked up from today. On my drive home from work, it was really sluggish. It felt like I was on point, but everyone else seemed like they were moving like they had nowhere to be. When I drive, I'm locked into the drive. I'm locked into the road. Eyes on the road, nothing else. My phone is in my cup holder, face down. I got my music playing, no distractions whatsoever. I'm gonna be real with you. I speed sometimes, I really do. But I'm watching out for the cops. I got on my frames for a reason. I be watching. But every single time where I had that split second where I can make that cut to get into the left lane or make that cut to get in the right lane to go ahead and pass somebody to get further up, it seemed as though the car that was in front was just moving too slow. And I had to slow down. And it wasn't even like I was going fast. I was on Lakeland going like 50. And the speed limit's like 50. I was probably trying to push 55. But it's like everyone was just being slow and sluggish. I'm over here driving. I'm not even going that fast, guys. I'm in a van, like, come on now. I turn, and then as soon as I turn, this person, they start putting on brakes. There's no one in front of them, mind you. There's nobody in front of them for them to be putting on brakes. They're just doing it, like, out of nowhere. It's weird. And then I'm like, what the hell? And I move over to the left. Of course, I put my blinker on first, but I do it all in one smooth action. One smooth, fluent action. Just go over. And when I'm passing them on their left, I look over in their window because, you know, you got to look inside the window and see what the hell they're doing. See if they're crazy or something like that. And they're just sitting there on their phone like this. They're not even looking at the road. How are you driving and you're not looking at the road? You're just sitting like this. And that right there is when I realized that everyone out here that be driving with us, they're basically just zombies. They're not thinking, they're not actually actively driving. Like, I actively drive. They're passively driving. Which made me actually realize that's how most people are living their lives. They're living their lives passively, vicariously through the phone. They're living their lives passively through their cellular devices. Most of the time, when you look around, especially with the newer generation, my generation, these people are head down in their phones. There's been an entire movement lately to try to get dumb phones so people can detach and stuff, but that stuff doesn't work, let's be honest. People still, they want to be connected with their friends and everything, and the cellular device is actually how to stay connected. It's a tool, it's supposed to be a tool, but it's abused. And the social media aspect of it is abused to the point of it can't be a good thing for the people that don't understand how to use it as a tool. It literally makes it to where these people are now zombies. Like, they're not thinking for themselves. They're just going through life passively, not really thinking what to do. And that gives me to my main thing is to live life, you got to be able to live your life in the moment. You got to be able to actually sit there and be able to make choices that are going to affect you not only in the future, but affect you in that one moment, dude. You have to be able to sit there and make the right choices, even for something as small as saying yes or no to a question. And if you're constantly on your phone, you're not actually absorbing what's in your life, the energies that you're getting off these people, then you're never gonna ever be able to make the right choice. These people end up saying they have no control over their life. Well, you have no control because you're giving your control to your phone. Your cellular device has all of your attention. You can't put attention in anywhere else if all of it is going to doom scrolling. Yeah, that stuff's crazy and that stuff's real. At the end of the day, we all are human beings. Our ancestors, they didn't get bored. They had things to do. They had to survive. They had to get food for the house. Had to go out and kill some big old ass animal. Bring it home, cut it up, eat it. Make sure they're not getting sick, some type of malaria or something. And he had to make sure that their kids were okay. There wasn't no looking down at a stone tablet or looking down at a phone or a piece of paper. That's not how that works. You did that, you weren't going to survive. It was about survival. Now it's kind of too easy to survive, which is not a bad thing. That allows us to basically put our minds on the things that we want to do, creatively want to do, and build ourselves, which is amazing. But you have to actually be conscious of that and be able to actually use that tool to do that. If you don't, then you're just wasting your time. You're wasting your life. There was something that I thought about where it made me think all animals have an instinct to do something specific. And those animals do it, and it's hardwired into their instincts. And that right there is what keeps them from making bad decisions that basically would be the end of their survival. Humans have the same exact stuff, where that could be something that is an instinct of adrenaline, or an instinct of I eat until I am stuffed to the brim, so I have enough food in my body to sustain me if I can't find food later. Or the instinct of being social. Being social is actually a survival tactic. Humans are stronger together than they are being separate. If you're by yourself 100% of the time and you never have any other personality to bounce off of, you are never going to grow at the rate that you could. If you are with somebody that is the opposite of where you want to go, then you're going to end up deterring off of your path, and you're going to end up joining them in some type of way. Y'all's paths are going to end up verging because y'all spend so much time together. But if you're with somebody that has the same exact goals as you, the same exact path that you want to follow, then your path is going to start to diverge into that path. And that's going to build you and create you something that you actually want to invest in, something that you won't regret. You have to live life so that you don't regret living the life you chose. Till then, till you can live life without regrets, you're going to forever feel like you don't have control over your life. You're going to forever feel like you're a zombie. And I feel like the way to live life without regrets is to just be you. Live life in the moment, and if it feels like it's the right thing to do, do it. Don't hesitate. That hesitation is what's stopping you. People say you shouldn't act on impulse. Now, there are a few things where you shouldn't act on impulse. If you have an impulse to go do some crazy stuff, like, I don't know, someone pulls up with a kitty cat and is like, hey, look at my kitty cat, and your impulse is to shoot it or slap it. Not shoot it, but slap it or something, or shake it, or take out a BB gun and just, that's crazy. That's a terrible impulse. You should definitely hold that back. But if you have the impulse to be like, oh, hey, that's cool, what's the name? Like, that immediately starts a conversation. That immediately shows the person that you're intrigued, and it goes into that. Now, of course, that's using a cat as an example, which isn't really a better, example, but I can give you one as a really good example. If you see a girl that you are very attracted to, really attracted to, and your instinct is to say something to her and speak to her, then do it. There's no reason for you to hesitate on doing it, because your ancestors, if they saw an attractive mate, do it. You go up to him and say, hey, I like you. You look good. What's up? And you just talk to him. And that is literally how all of us came here, bro. That's how you got here. Because your ancestors were like, let's do it. Because it shouldn't be no weird connotation behind anything, because that's just how the circle of life is. It's how natural stuff is. But with society and all these mental walls that we've put up over the time, is weird. People are scared that something bad is going to happen because bad things have happened. There are evil people out there that will basically take this natural stuff and this instinct stuff and use it to their own bad will accord. They'll end up deciding to spit game just to get the pipe and lay it down, and then don't actually care about the person they was with. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about building a connection with the person you're with. Only do it if you really want to actually talk to this person. Don't go talk to them if you don't. And if you only want casual sex or whatever, just tell them that. If they don't want it, then cool. But it's that fear that people of missing out, that fear of missing out, that people end up lying which ends up bringing all the toxicity. And that's why now we have all these freaking barriers, mental barriers that shouldn't even exist. At the end of the day, if you just be you, live life how you feel like you should live it, and live off your instincts, you should be fine. Most of the time, people think that if they don't do what their gut cell tells them to do, then they're going to regret it. That's pretty damn true. But at the end of the day, society tells us that if you do what your gut tells you to do, then you're going to end up regretting it because you did something that wasn't accepted by your peers. And the thing is that it wasn't accepted by your peers. What the fuck? Like, okay, and like your peers don't do anything unless they're peers that are in a position that you want to be in. Why does it matter what they think? It doesn't. It doesn't at all. They're not in a position that you want to be in. If they are, okay, then do what they're doing then. But do it. If they're not doing something that you want to do, the hell are you caring about what the hell they think about you for? You have another 20, 30, 40 years in your life probably. If you're my age, you might have another 40 or 60 years in your life. Use that. Utilize it, dude. Go live your life. Go do what you want to do. At the end of the day, if you sit here and you're scared of what's going to happen, you're going to regret it. Like, this sounds very crazy, very red flag toxic, but I wish I got into more fights as a kid. Back when I was little, there were times where I avoided being into a fight because I was scared I was going to get my butt whooped when I got home. I wasn't afraid of the kids at school. I was afraid of my damn mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I grew up in a school where I literally had my stepdad at the actual freaking place with me. He was a teacher in the school district. So it was a phone call away. Everyone knew him type shit. Whenever my parents went to the student, like, talking group or whatever, where you, like, meet the teachers or whatever, they would say immediately, hey, we know Vaughn talks a lot. You know what you need to do? Call us. Call him immediately. And I'll come up there immediately and we'll get it handled. That, for one, never even had to happen because at that point, I was freaking terrified. I don't want you coming to my school. She used to tell me that she'd be waiting outside the damn window in my classroom with a damn belt. I never saw it, but I ain't want to see it. You see what I'm saying? When I was younger, I would avoid any type of conflict that would put me in trouble when I get home. Because these people that are at school, I didn't have to see y'all when I go home. These people at my house, I got to see them when I go to sleep. I'm going to do what I got to do to try to stay in a good sanity or whatever, or keep my sleeping place safe or whatever. That's just what you're going to do. But I'm going to be honest with you. If I would have went through the conflicts that I was given as a kid, like, that would have given me growth. I ended up getting that growth later on, which is fine, but dude, conflict makes you grow. Uncomfortability makes you grow every single time. If you're comfortable, you're gonna sit there and stay comfortable. You're not gonna do any movement. You're not gonna go do anything. Think about it. Someone that's a couch potato that's very comfortable on the couch becomes fat and dies because they're fat. What the fuck? If you want it to be, healthy and fit, you got to put yourself in uncomfortable situations so that your body can actually be sitting there like, hey, we don't like this. We must not be good enough. We got to make ourselves better. That's the entire point of going to a gym. You go to a gym, you feel uncomfortable when you're pushing a weight that you can't push. Your body says, damn, what the fuck is this guy doing? You know what? Forget it. We got to get better. We got to build on muscle mass. We got to make ourselves stronger and bigger so that when he comes here again the next time, we can actually sit here and push the weight. That's how growth happens. That's the natural way that growth happens, through conflict and uncomfortability. At the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're not too comfortable. That cellular device makes you too comfortable. Put it away. Try it. I just want you to try it. If you can, after this video, or shit, you can do it right now. You can leave the video right now and go do this. Put your phone down. Give yourself 10 minutes, even 15. But if you can't handle it, stick with 10. Give yourself 10 minutes to just sit there and just stare at the fucking wall without anything in your hand. No TV, no phone, no nothing. I bet you start doing something that is productive. If your room is dirty and you just sit there and just stare at the fucking wall, nothing going on, I bet you by minute 7, you start picking up some off your damn floor because you're so fucking bored. Being bored is literally the cure to a dopamine overload. Being bored is literally the cure to procrastination. If you're a procrastinator, go make yourself bored so you can stop doing it. Because you're procrastinating because there's something that's more entertaining, apparently, than what you're supposed to be doing. All this here, at the end of the day, circles back around to itself. Everything makes a giant circle. Everything goes in a cycle. These people that are on their phones that are zombies, they don't realize they're procrastinating their life. They're bored, but they're procrastinating their life with a cellular device. Something that is a brick, that is just a light screen. That's it. If you took everyone's cellular devices and just replaced it with a damn brick, everyone will look really stupid just looking down at bricks. What the fuck are you doing? Dude, go live your life. Literally. That's why you're here. If you feel like your life is shit, then do something to fix it. At the end of the day, there was something that people used to talk about a long time ago with the Matrix. You got like a red pill and a blue pill. The red pill, you know what? Let me explain blue pill first, just so y'all can understand. Basically, you have 2 pills Neo gives you. He says, you take this blue pill right here and you get to be happy. You don't know nothing about what's going on in the background, but you get to be happy. And at the end of the day, that's what most people choose. Then he said, you can take this red pill. This red pill right here, you're not going to be happy because you're going to know the truth. But you basically get to learn and understand the entire Matrix. Everything that is bad in the background, you're going to know. And with that being said, with you knowing it, you won't be happy anymore because you won't be oblivious. Most people, when they are red pill, they end up seeing all the bad stuff and they just see the bad stuff. Most people when they're a blue pill, they end up seeing all the good stuff and they just see the good stuff. Then you have some people that are black pill. Those people that are black pill, not only are they aware of everything that's going on and they see it, but they feel like life is shit. They feel like there's no reason to even do anything. Those are the ones that end up committing suicide, dude, because they feel like they can't change anything and they're just stuck because their pill was red and they saw the badness and they let it consume them and they became a black pill. Me? I'm neither one of those 3. I'm what I like to call black pill awareness. Black pill awareness. And if you're questioning on what that is, that's basically, imagine somebody that's black pill. They understand all the bullshit that's going on and they see it. But the difference is they actually are seeing it and they're going to sit there and try and change it. And with that being said, they're sitting there trying to change their lives. I had to kill a mosquito. I don't know if you saw that, but I just killed a damn mosquito. I gotta get out of here real soon because they're starting to come at me. All right, I gotta make this real quick. Basically, a black pill person, they make it better for themselves. Somebody that is sitting there on the couch that's super like fat and shit, they're basically a black pill because they don't feel like they can't do nothing about it. But the person that once that person gets up and goes to the gym and starts working out and actually changes their body, that's a black pill awareness person. That person has actually taken control of their life the right way. So this whole message was basically to say, listen, guys, I know that this society has made it super easy to become a zombie and just let your life go to shit, but don't. Take control back of your life. Black pill awareness forever. I'm gonna talk to y'all later.